Shalom, Yasha'Allah, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High Yahweh. I do so in the name of His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Yasharallah. Call Haloyim Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai by Hashem Harakak Kodash for blessing our elders with the spirit of truth so that we may know. Shout out to the Akim and the Akwaf that's keeping the faith in the works. Y'all keep at it. This your brother Abaya coming at you with more precepts. This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 6 and verse 7. It says, "And thou shalt teach them diligently," speaking about the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai. It says, "And thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children, and shalt talk of them when thou sittest in thine house, and when thou walkest by the way, and when thou liest down, and when thou risest up." Right? So that's how a parent is supposed to be to a child. Teaching them diligently law, statutes, and commandments of our forefathers. Same things our forefathers had to follow, right? The law, statutes, and commandments that tells us a man should act like a man, not like a woman, right? A woman should act like a woman, not like a man. And a child should stay in a child place and respect their elders, right? But, yeah, I'm going to let this video play and I'll be back. Right, so the name of the video, as you can clearly see, says, "Little boy shows off his pole dancing skills while his mother records." Oh my goodness. Eve ain't shit. Right? Check this out, man. And all of this ain't nothing but the curses. Right? Let me see. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, and verse 56. It says, "The tender and delicate woman among you, which would not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground, for delicateness and tenderness, her eye shall be evil toward the husband of her bosom, and toward her son, and toward her daughter." Right? This woman's eye is evil towards her son, even if she can't see it. It is. Right? She teaching her son to hop on the pole, man. Right? And encouraging it. Right? Almost guaranteed that the dad ain't nowhere in this picture. Right? Because if he was, this would not be tolerated. Right, which brings me to my next precept. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 54. "So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil towards his brother, and toward the wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave." These are the curses. This is how we know that we Israel, man. We the only people that are going through this, man. We the only people that's collectively going through all of the curses. Right? And who the nigga that put or that is operating these curses out on us? All right, this is the book of Deuteronomy 28:49. "Yahweh shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand." All right, that nigga is Esau. All right. Esau is the one that got the households broken up. Esau is the one that got the man out the house. Esau is the one that created the media that promotes the nonsense. Right? Esau did this, man. And ultimately we did it to ourselves because we didn't follow the contract, our end of the contract that was given to us by Yahweh. Right? But Yahweh let loose who? Esau. Edom, man. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Malachi 1:40. The wicked are Edom. Right? It says, "Yahweh shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand, a nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young." These demons don't care nothing about us trying to build a future for our kids. In fact, they want our kids dead. They want our kids in servitude. right? Otherwise, it wouldn't be how it is in this world. If they cared about our future, it would not be how it is now, right? The damn devil, man, Esau, right? Go to the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 41. Thou shalt beget sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them, for they shall go into captivity, right? Mentally, right? Our people are captives to this world, and this world has installed its idea of how a so-called black man and woman ought to be, right? And it's all wrong, bro. Clearly we can see it's all wrong, right? And they've convinced our people that it's okay, right? Whatever the people doing over there, that's their business. They ain't got nothing to do with us. Yes, it does. We are a nation, man. The so-called black man, so-called Hispanic man, so-called Native American man, and all the rest of our brethren around the world, all the so-called Negro descent, we are our nation's defense. The Most High deals with the men. So if Esau digs into our brains and tells the men, hey, it's okay for you to act like a woman, right? Tell the men, hey, it's okay to leave responsibility. What does that say for the nation? That means the nation is up for grabs. They can do whatever it is they feel like doing to us because we ain't got no defense, right? But our true defense is Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. But the only way us as men can tap into our true defense is to follow Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. Keep it all in order, right? So the Most High can defend us. So the Most High can keep our mind operating in wisdom instead of this folly, man. Instead of this foolishness and folly that produces a weak nation that can't defend itself and that relies on its enemies, right? People think this some just so happening stuff. Nah, man, all this by design. You know how many minds got put together in order to create the world that we live in today? To create the hood, to create the mindset that come with the hood, to create the mindset that come with this world, period. Hey, man, it pisses you off, man, right? Let me see. I'm going to go to the book of Sirach, which is Ecclesiasticus and the Apocrypha. Sirach chapter 30. And verse 7. Right? It says, he that maketh too much of his son shall bind up his wounds, and his bowels will be troubled at every cry. Right? What that means is, if you spoil this kid, meaning you run into every time they cry, you run into them, right? You pampering them, you babying them, right? When they get older, right, and it's something that they want or some attention that they want and they feel like they ain't getting it, man, that kid gonna take whoever through absolute hell, or that grown man gonna take whoever through absolute hell. Right? That's why scripts say, spare the rod, hate the child. You're supposed to discipline your kid. And that's what the law, statutes, and commandments are. It's a book of discipline. It tells us how to be and how not to be. Right? And if you deny the future, that, man, you creating beasts and monsters that's going to terrorize the neighborhood. That's going to terrorize this world. And by this world being how it is, 9 times out of 10, the people that they're going to be terrorizing are their own people. Right? Verse 9, same book, same chapter. It says, conquer thy child, and he shall make thee afraid. Play with him, and he will bring thee to heaviness. Right? Clearly, this woman is playing with her son. It's cute, because he a little taller. He cute. He hopping on the pole. That cute. That cute turned to grown. Right? And when that cute grown, it ain't gonna see nothing wrong with his past, or it may do. It may this little boy may grow up to resent if the Most High allows this place to continue going. And how about Shimi Hawashai Ratazah? He does not. Right, but for edification's sake, This little boy grow up, man, that little boy gonna this little boy is going to contribute to the hell, right? He probably gonna be a main player in it, right? Cause he not being taught better, right? It started in the diapers, man. You can't be waiting for no kid to basically be grown. You know, 16, 17 years old talking about now you want to be talking about nah, don't do or listen to me or I'm talking to you. I ain't trying to hear that. You ain't been saying that for 16, 17 years. What make you think they gonna listen to you then? Cock thy child and he shall make thee afraid. Yes, that little boy or little girl is gonna be at your ass, parent. All right? This the word, bro, and we see it all the time. We see it all the time. See little kids out here cussing their mama out, cussing their daddy out, ready to fight the daddy, fight the mama. No respect for elders at all. Right? Where you think that come from? That don't just come out the blue. Right? Verse 10. It says, laugh not with him, lest thou have sorrow with him, and lest thou gnash thy teeth in the end. Right? Give him no liberty in his youth, and wink not at his follies, meaning get it straight when it happens. If you love your kid, get it straight when it happens. If you love your child, discipline your child, man. Because that child going to grow up and be a grown-ass human being in this world one day. Now people keep talking about they want change, want somebody to do something for them, and reparations this and reparations that. You need to get your house in order. Get your people straight. Because that's the future. All right? Finally, man. Same book, same chapter, but verse 3. Ecclesiasticus or Sirach, chapter 30 and verse 3. He that teacheth his son grieveth the enemy, and before his friends he shall rejoice of him. You teach your kid right, that kid gonna give your enemy hell instead of giving you hell, instead of giving your people hell, instead of giving your neighborhood hell. It's gonna get that hell to where it's supposed to be. Back at the enemies, back at the oppressors, the people who put us in this situation, the people who constantly trying to mess our minds up, the people who constantly trying to separate us and conquer us. It's time out for niggerdom, man. How much more we got to go through? This place, man, look here, man. This place don't love you at all. I don't care nothing about how bad you want this place to love you. It ain't gonna love you because it ain't made that way. It ain't the spirit of this place. This place is a prison sentence. We are prisoners of war. We are in the land of our captivity. Right? And so many of our people are turning our real soldiers, right, the ones that usually should be on the front line, are turning these people into demons amongst their own folks. Right? So, hey man, enough is enough. Right? Repent or die. Simple as that. The nigga shit dead. We building a nation, so you either get on board or get your ass left behind. If your ass left behind in Babylon, you gonna burn. Facts, point blank, period. Right? So, Yahweh Ratazah, these precepts in this video were edifying. Or Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai Ratazah. Call Haloim Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai Shem Harakak Shalom Yahshalom.